Da kasore. Da my guru on Japje Khunu Lama from the room of this praised Bodhicitta and few others. So there is mentioned Sanang Shechiung Juyi Chakam Set Juachi Changje Simji Mizaru Sanju Gur Juachi. The Miguri called golden appearance. It transforms the irons into gold. I think there's a story. There's a story that Nagarjuna, they used to mukri, they transform the irons into gold, and then you see with that he earned the food for the Sangha, monasteries. You did that. Then he offered food for the monks and monasteries with that, by doing that. So in Lauda monastery, when I was building the monastery, I was in the cave and reading the Tanjur. It's not there, but I brought it from Thailand monastery. The village was where I was born. It has a monastery on the not on the top of the mountain, but it's on the side of the mountain. So I borrow and then I read just curiosity, I think. So there was this. I found the text to transform with the mercury, to transform the iron into gold. But I thought I didn't read. The one reason I didn't read, if it was so easy, many people would die, and nobody would have. English they don't know, but many people who know. Of course, it will be very, very famous, and there will be plenty of money to earn a living. The food, to offer food in the monasteries, the monks. There are many monasteries where there are thousands of monks, and see. So so I thought it was so easy. Many monasteries will easily do that. So I didn't read. I didn't bother to read. I just turned like this. I didn't read because it was so easy. Many monasteries would do that, and there wouldn't have any problem. So I didn't bother to read. So I just turned the whole chapter. And I think there was some story, because Nagarjuna did that. Then Nagarjuna was kicked out in the monastery. because of that, yeah, so kicked out to the monastery. That's I heard that. Oh, you are. Yeah, so that, I think that's something they're saying it's interpreted to the monks' vow or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't remember the whole thing, so I heard. Then that's the example. No, that is the example. So what does Bodhicitta do? Is this Mizanglu, this Chandra Sinji Mizanglu, Sanju Guru Juache. So other one's the example. So now the remaining with the Bodhicitta. So if you if you wake up and to realize, recognize how precious mind teaching the Bodhicitta. One wake up, So you see, if you have Bodhicitta, then this Mizanglu, this unclean body, yeah, this you see, transforms the Buddha's holy body. With the Bodhicitta, this unclean body transformed in the Buddha's holy body. The indestructible whole Buddha's holy body. Yeah. That which is no suffering rebirth, suffering old age, suffering sickness, suffering death. That which is no death. Which is immortality. So this body, inside the skeleton, inside the skeleton, you see, inside the skeleton, that's where. Then wrapped with the pieces of flesh, different parts, here the brain or that, or pieces, flesh. Then wrapped by the veins. This veins, wrapped by the veins. filled with blood and with blood. Then bone filled with bone filled with the mirror. Mirror and filled blood and wrapped the pieces of flesh, the wrapped at the veins, all like that. Then they cover the skin. Covered with the skin. Covered with the inner. Covered with and then I don't know I didn't hear much from the Western education, the physical. I mean, didn't hear much number, but in Nagarjuna and the Mezang Zes, the dirty things inside the body. That's true? Do you remember? We can't have more than that. You can't have more than 32 dirty things. You can't have more than that. Maybe the people who smoke and fill up with the smoke inside. The green make everything turn blue, green or blue?
Black.
Huh? Black? I remember one year in Bachel, Gebjeson, which past life in America, first Bachpani, to give initiation teachings. So I suggested that the course was done where? Jamaica, is that? Jamaica? Huh? Yeah, it was done Santa Cruz? No. Huh? Then I suggest no, not the other one. So I suggest to, I think maybe Sunday or something, to show which maybe some place where the dead bodies are, where the doctors teach straight from the body, the piece of the body, you see, to the student, I think. There was only two bodies. I've seen in Australia, one room totally full. One student, one lady, I think she had an expensive car, and my boyfriend, I think, drove, and so anyway, the room, I think she knows the head of the person running that or something. Anyway, so that's how I got permission to go inside, and so she didn't much interest. She went straight to the end of the room. There's a babies. There's a babies, in the bottle, small babies. Well, she wanted to see that. Didn't much interest to look at others. But I was, she went way up there to look at and she was calling me, but I didn't finish. Even look at the drawer. Inside the drawer, there's so many faces. There are so many faces around. There's so many different faces around the drawer. Just to come inside there. I didn't finish looking at them. So she went more or less quick. So there's all parts of what. Then, at the other end, then there was a small kid, a small baby, in bottle, kept in bottle. So that, and then there was water also in the box with the water, and this was more fresh, I'm not sure. Yeah, and the box kept with water. Then you kind of pick it up, and then I was supposed to continue on. Yeah, but it's one about two bodies. So I'm a love song from the doctor from Dharamsala, who is a very good doctor. The heart disabled of Jabji Maru, Jabji Styang Buchi. Yeah, that's our route. And then so she was with us. Then her to explain about all I think diagnosis and Tibetan evolution and things like that. Give talk to the people during the course. So she was with us. She doesn't have much. She doesn't have a. Usually, I think doctors shouldn't have, but doesn't have a superstition. Not dirty, this and this and this. So she's like that. So there was a lady who was so much smoke, and then she died by cancer. The lung totally blue, or I don't know, you said black, but sort of blue, I think. That's why that thing body was in pieces, I think, but put together for the students. So she put her hand somewhere here and just took it out of the lung, and she asked. Then another place was a tall, because there was tall, native. Tall black man. There was so. Yeah, so there was all two parties. So they started the students. So we should keep this on with to just my idea because I saw in Australia, so range that and so because because in Tibet didn't have that. Of course, doctors that take the student on the mountain where they cut the body in pieces and the corpse, taking the cemetery. So bring there, and then to see inside. Things like that. So it didn't have it in the house, corpse in the house. So Amalop sang. The eyes become yellow. Except Jabji song, so she said, I don't remember herself, but she said, all of us, turned yellow when we arrived there with the dead body. So except Jabji song, but didn't affect. So this, she was able to, because I think I don't know, pollution or from the dead body or something, it affected the eyes. So eyes turned yellow. So she said, I don't remember what happened. I mean, I don't notice how but yeah, so she told us, our rest of people, us, I don't know, but except so much as I was just didn't change. So the pollution didn't affect too much. Although those things are unknown in the West. Because such a pollution, these things are something to be experienced by mind, you know. Anyway, so so 32 dirty things, you know, inside content, the kaka, PP, and then I don't know, 32. Yeah, so many dirty things. Sorry. So that's it. So if you didn't wash the mouth every day, then when it overs the time, when it overs the day, you know, or the day or something, didn't get washed, then it starts the smell of caca, you know. Just because so much washed in the, so much washed in the, you know, so try to make teeth white, and by cleaning, by putting the toothpaste, try to make white, and nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. So it's so pure, clean, you know. And so I think that so if you don't wash, then when the time comes, otherwise when the well, I don't know, in the afternoon or late afternoon or something, or when the time more time went, then it smelled dirty, you see. Because of the caca, you know. The body, if you don't wash, you know, then very smelly. If you don't wash, it's very smelly. Then, you see, especially when the mind left the body, separated, left the body, you know, and when died, the terrible smell, rotten smell, terrible smell, after the mind left the body, terrible smell, the rotten smell. As soon as the mind left, the body, you know, maybe it depends on the conditions, but it's in Solokumbu, when I returned back to Thame first time, in the 12 years, there's an animal name of animal, you see, for 12 years, to each year. So I think the bird, not the monkey, I think the bird, chalo, bird, yeah, I think that's pilgrimage in Nepal. That's a special year for pilgrimage in Nepal. The bird, yeah, I think monkey or the bird, yeah, I think maybe bird, yeah, I think. So so they also giving the Kashwari all transmission of the Ganjur, all transmission of the Ganjur Buddhist teaching more than 100 volumes. So there's a smaller monastery, Kajju monastery near the stupa about that. So I arranged and to be given by Japche Dungo Chintin, which is their past life, huge holy body, and half holy body is naked. And they give blessing all day long to the people and things. It's great Lama. Great Lama. So invited a couple of monastery many years ago. That time we have 6 or geshes mainly from Sarah Monastery. There was, or later there was geshes from Rosaline, Garden, Sarah, yeah. The Tibetan guy. I requested the very learned geshes in the monastery, you see, by the different college requested his ones to send to West. But you see, so he was so happy that not only from Sarah Che, inviting geshes from other different colleges. This Sarah man, got the shutter chance, and they won't listen to Komangla that we see them. So they invited the learned geshes from other different college. So he was very happy of that. And then, but they were not sent. So Tibetan government asked the six college, anyone who don't have big responsibility teaching things like that in the monastery, in the geshes, and who don't have much responsibility become geshe, but didn't have much responsibility in the monastery. So things like that. And there's who want to go to West and to teach the Dharma, send their names. So government has received copy with name. So among that, then those different geshes were sent. Of course, the learned geshes are very incredible. Unbelievable, so precious need in the monastery to educate the young monks. So important to pass the lineage. I mean, so important. This is how you continuously develop the monastery in the education. Of course, you practice the realizations. Well, of course, that's up to the individual person. So the kind of the most important, you see. So the learned ones are all left outside, and then monasteries get degenerated, and monasteries get degenerated, and they don't get good education. Then the very important place in the world, you see, where they should, in those monasteries where there are thousands of monks, at the beginning, the 4,000 monks in the Baru and South India. They was talking South India, so things like that. At the beginning of it became 4,000 monks. This on time. Or Tibet was a whole Sarah, the 7,000. Don't do just 7,700 supposed to that general number. So however, so it was very concerned of the education, degenerating the education, the monastery and things like that. So true. I mean, by developing these monasteries, then they're able to produce qualified teacher, finish studying all the 5, the major Sudha texts, Parnavatika, and Madhamika, and Abhisamanagarika, Abhitamakosha, Vinaya. Then of course individually they can study in the monastery while they're studying Sudha, they can also study Tantra. But you see, the official, after the beginning, then go to Tantra college. Then to learn, so the memorize very important Tantra text and to learn the meanings of the Kaswari, mandala, Zen mandala, and all those stuff. I think so many things that you learn. The rituals, many things that you learn. Besides, yes, also meaning, so that. So anyway, so then they become very qualified. So like that to guide the sentient beings by showing elaborate path or middle or even lamrim short essence, so like that. So you have choice to guide the sentient being in whatever it fits. So anyway, not just like university professor, you know the words and you teach not that, but it was a practice. But it involves practice. So practice that's Sudha Tantra. So so the condensed. Condensed in the Lamrim, so integrated into Lamrim. So they see all their practice, so that Sutta the basis, then Tantra. And so then depending on the person, the next life, that stop has to happen. So see, then they're able to produce qualified teacher, Dharma teacher. So even the FPMT has 40, how many? 46? 46. Huh? Even the FPMT has 46 teachers. Some passed away in the West. But one from Baksa, or one's passed away. Some. So anyway, so now many new ones who become Geshes, who begin to study in Balugvi, who begin to study in the South India, and they become Geshes there. So we have many teachers from there. Still we have some Still, we do have some from Baksa, but another less, but more from South India, who started there and they became Geshe there, so that. So, so good-hearted, not only learned, but good-hearted, really teach happily and teach as well, heart to heart. No, very good. That. So important to. Most important is, this monasteries do not get degenerated the education. From Tibet, probably 100 years ago, that developed. Some learned monks happened also, who have realization happened. Sudra Tantra realization, so many monks happened. So while they're teaching to others, they also meditate, they practice. So I have realization in the monastery without going to the cave. There are many like this. So it's very, very. So how many years we've been offering food? Since 91. Serache, and didn't get to offer to other monks, but Serache, 91. So except the recent time then, she raised $4 million then to get food fund from that to Khunu. So anyway, they wanted 9 million, but I said, no, I said, that's 4 million. 5 million, no. So, just to get from that, and get, sorry, the, Sorry. So to get the interest, to live on the interest, from that was sort of. So up to now, recent time, then, after I got paralysis, then they worried the food may be stopped in the time, monks worried, I think. Anyway, so they let them to run. So up to recent time. So just a Yeah, so the only didn't finish my story. So while I was Lama and myself, we were staying in mother's house maybe 2 months. 2 months or something, I'm not sure. So one monk died in Thane. One Tibetan monk died. He was walking around week before. Then died. So we went to prayer night time. Well, then I think maybe masjid was near to him, so he was lying down. It's a turu is the animal hair. This wearing for sleeping. Inside the animal hair, so so it was. Lama was there. I was next to the head of the monk died. So then, maybe died yesterday, I'm not sure. So there's a little smell coming. So I think the conscience left. So a little smell comes, starts to come, smell comes. So that, you see? So. So as soon as conscience left, the smell or change face, and I mean, then scared to touch the body. Is it before? Not before, but when the conscience left, then scared to touch. Even body becomes scary for us ordinary beings. Like that, see. Yeah. But you see, in Bodhicitta, Bodhicitta, what does Bodhicitta do? So, holy mind, present. So, they transformed. This body would we have now, as I described. Then transform into Buddha's holy body. So amazing, which has the infinite quality. This holy body, holy spirit, mind. So that so by Bodhicitta. So so my the suggestion or pursue is that we spend so much money on the body. We spend so much money on the body. Just the head, just this part. Just this part and the hair, so much money on the hair, then face, wow, just from here, so much money on that. So much money on that. You see, to fix up face and, many things, just the hair, so much. I don't know details, but so much money. Michael Jackson, how many times he changed his face? Michael Jackson. How many times he changed his face? In the makeup shop. In the makeup shop or where? Huh? No, not hospital. Makeup shop, or the shop with the fixed face. What do you call? Plastic surgery, yeah. Michael Jackson wants some of the time to fix that face. Yeah, like that. Huh? So, plastic surgery. Then, so much then, so much money spent. So, what am I saying is, don't you think is how much worthwhile just to listen to the teaching Bodhicitta, just to read Lamrim. Bodhicitta, Lamrim, or meditate, read. And when you read mindfully, it's meditation. That's the meditation. Mind is transformed into virtue. Meditation, when you read mindfully. Not reading like newspaper, you understand? Not reading like newspaper, Time magazine. Just leave in the book and what to read. Oh yeah. But we say mindfulness, then your mind become sort of that. You see, yeah. So after reading more and more, then slowly become your mind transforming that. Effortful, then later, much less effortless on the experience, realization. So one time reading on Bodhicitta in Lamrim, reading Bodhicitta, only even reading one time, then you died, then you dead or whatever happened. So that's you see, you create the cause of enlightenment. You create so many lifetimes, 100,000 millions. You see, to me, Dharma, a special minor teaching, and practice. Not only expert in the meaning, but Dharma, but practice in the realization. You see. That happens, and then it brings to enlightenment. Wow. Even just one time, able to listen, able to read. So precious. Besides, you see, during retreat, sometimes some of the meditation on the and there's of course, but even just one time going through so important. How important it is done. I mean, as much more Dharma you study Lamrim and philosophy, then you understand how rare it is, how most fortunate that is. You see, it's unbelievable. Even a dead, read Lamrim one time, they're dead. This is unbelievable preparation done. Or life to life. To me, Dharma teachings, not Dharma, my teaching, to understand, to practice Bodhicitta. Actualize, then develop, then actualize part, then Kasura part, but the temple is other than practice Tantra. On top of that, it's enlightenment coding. Well, okay. Yeah, I think that good. tormented by hot, by heat, tormented by heat, and tired, exhausted, guest. So the 사회 동식 되베든 전집는 못하는데 실은 주신 나도人间 창조人间 창성 깨는데 전집는 못하는데 so by sun, by heat, so hot and that. So so when you enter the shadow of the tree, number. Yeah, I couldn't translate the exact word. Anyway, when you enter the tree, shadow of the tree, then you have a comfort. The tongues migratory beings who are going through the samsara path. Silam Jushin Navitu, Rinja Changsim Genade. So Tansa migratory beings going through the path of samsara, going through the samsara path. And the so was suffering, then exhausted. I mean, so unbelievable, so much suffering, So as you experience, from beginningless rebirth in the one of the six realms, it's over and over, from beginning, not just one time, from beginningless rebirth, numberless times from beginningless rebirth. Oh, see, so Nalva tired, So just like that. So, if you are able to generate the precious bodhicitta, then that's real happiness. So, of course, then you are able to achieve not only happiness this life, but happiness future lives. The ultimate happiness, liberation from samsara, then the peerless happiness, enlightenment. You achieve all the happiness. Oh, like that, see? Oh, that's it. So another one, when you are your mind is shimbi kapsu dwaje, jure kapsu kengba sal, sina lua maybe she, changju semle shemachi. So when the mind is shumba, mind is discouraged. Shumba is discouraged. So when the mind is discouraged, one is discouraged, then generate happiness. If you have bodhicitta, if you practice bodhicitta, if you don't have real realization, but if you practice bodhicitta, all that brings happiness. That. When you are wealthy, when you are wealthy, that time then if you have bodhicitta, even you practice, even you don't realization but practice, or then it eliminates proudness. Sina lua maybe she. Oh, then in samsara, the unbetraying, unbetraying, so I think the seventh virtue friend, I think. So in samsara, the unbetraying virtue friend, bodhicitta. If you bodhicitta, no, even you practice bodhicitta, so the unbetraying doesn't never cheat you, never deceive you. So unbetraying virtue. Then all these, no other than bodhicitta. Yeah, so that so the Katsuri, yeah, so. Oh, then the Katsuri, then the purpose of life, just achieve happiness for oneself, not even ultimate happiness. All the Katsuri free the numberless sentient beings from the ocean of samsara suffering. Through that, then to Katsuri, to bring them to the peerless happiness, the total cessation, obscurate completion, realization of the symptomic dying. Then, for that, to do that perfectly without slight mistake, then you yourself need to achieve state of omniscience, therefore, going to listen, therefore need to generate the whole path, so going to listen to this, okay? Something that, okay, what's with it? Yeah. There's one word. There's one word, matang, called matang. Dosumde, matang bana dosumde. I didn't get to mention before. So I looked at it. Matang is unsubdued mind. Matang bana dosumde. There are three realms. No, three realms of sentience. Dosum. Yeah. Just mere thought, benefiting sentient being. Then this unsettled mind, the three transmigratory beings, who are unsubdued. Then Kaimala touches what basically what I'm saying. It's an incredible benefit. And there's incredible benefit of the sentiments. Just even yet, I already told you other referring the Bodhicitta. This is from Nagarjuna teaching, Chandra Samdil. So mentioned already. So it's unbelievable benefit. There's no unbelievable benefit. Then Bodhicitta. This is a benefit rather, even just mere benefit or something. So there's then Simjen Namla, then Sangje Nyetang, Gewache. Simjen Namla, then Sangje Nyetang. Gewache. Simjen Mangbutanla, Rabne. Parallel Chimbatop. Simjen Tona, Zombie, Yiji, Duji, Topjang, Jom. Simjen Namla, Tata, Cheba, Tena, Masangje. So, yeah, the root words is Simjen Namla, then Sangde Nyetang. But depending on sentient beings. And then she damaged Buddha himself. But depending on sentient beings, please the Buddha. Sanjanyata, Gawachis, then the collective virtue. Simjen Mangbutanla, Ramne, Parachimbatos, then for the benefit of many sentient beings, about well and achieved 6 parameters. Simjen Tala Tumbi Yi Duji Tojang Jones. The mind working for mind attempting to work for sentient being destroyed the power of matters. Even the power of matters. Then to the sentient beings, like that, practice Therefore, I became enlightened. It's another commentary. Chumdenji, Simje Namla, no the function. Chamninju Gombala Dene, Sanjaji, Tumnieva Chevatan. So, I the qualified, destroyed the qualified, gone beyond. In the past, I abandoned harming the sentient beings. And they meditated loving kind of compassion. So by developing that, pleased with this holy mind. And then completed in infinite virtue. Completed the infinite virtue. Then Sanjayama, and then generated the holy mind, this Bodhicitta, the Suram Bodhicitta, for the sake of many sentient beings. And then trained the mind, in giving one's own body, possession, root of virtue, train the mind in total giving to the infinite sentient beings. So that means every sentient being, there are numberless sentient beings, so to every sentient being. Then also lived in the morality, abandoned harm to the infinite sentient beings. So numberless, every sentient being. There are numberless sentient beings for every sentient being. Then patience, lived in patience. The sentient beings they harm or they do wrong things. Then in return that we practice patience. The sentient being, in something the infinite sentient beings. I mean, it's not this one, for this one didn't just infinite sentient very same. Simja Taibe Tala, Tumbi Kachu Sabadan. Then, see, patience. No symptoms humming, then you observe that patience. So you tell you, then lives in the patience, able to be hardships, attempting to work for numberless symptoms. Then also, so lived in the perseverances, enjoying to work with infinite sentiments. So that means how hard it is, how hard it is. Like you mentioned, the Lama Chepa, Guru Puja, this, for eons, like the drops of the ocean, Atlantic Ocean, that many eons you have to be, you bear the health suffering. Even you need to be born for sentient being in the hell for the sentient being. Then, but the benefit of sentient being, you need to be born in the hell and experience suffering for eons. Even the equal number of the drops of the Atlantic Ocean. In the Lama mentioned about perseverances. Even for the benefit of each sentient being, for the benefit of each sentient being, in the Nyawa Nanme, in the exhaustible hell realm, the lost, number 8, lost, the heaviest one in samsara, heaviest suffering in the samsara, that one. So, in the so in the fire of that, in the exhaustible hell realm, and Kawajatu Negiding, Kalvajatu. And the eons equal the number of the drops of the peaceful ocean, or in that lost hell, there was just heaviest suffering, the longest time. Oh, then because so you don't get upset. You don't get upset. With compassion, you have compassion for sentient beings, so you don't get upset. So please grant my blessings to practice, so that to attempt to follow the path to enlightenment, the perseverance, to asking blessing to be able to complete the paramita patience. So then also to live the life in the to live in the consequence, something firm contemplation. One-pointedly, on the thought of working fathers, living in the category, stable, firm contemplation, one-pointed thought, one-pointed thought of working for others. And Kanamato how to translate.
Inexpressible. Unspeakable.
So due to the power of extremely abiding for a long time in the so those those parameters and then the last one, the wisdom. Wisdom clarifying. To achieve, way of achieving, clarifying, wisdom, clarifying, way of achieving deep truth, way of achieving the work for sentiment, without mistake, I think. Without mistake, I've forgotten. I've forgotten read me before, but I forgot now. So I was checking. I don't want to say work with the sentence, work with the infinite sentence, the numberless sentence, kanamato members, without mistake, without vices. So I'll clarify later. Check, I forgot. Then as a byron that is Jimbal so the Jimbatruk, so I have achieved. So well, I is not there, but it's achieved 6 parameters. Parameter, the cherry, so forth. Sanje seme betona zombi ide chamba semeje laibu duije top jang jom. So then after that says seme betona zombi ide. So the mind attempting the work for something like the mind, the loving kindness mind, attempting the work, immeasurable sentence, you can say infinite sentence being, you see, same. Then you see that loving kindness mind destroyed even the power of the Mara of Deva's son. So 4 Maras, the Bodhicitta, 4 Maras, the Mara of the delusion, young would do it. And then the Mara of the aggregates, Mara of the Lord of Death, Bodhicitta, and then next one, the Hyper, Mara of the Mara of the Deva's son. So Buddha's arm, Buddha's hand like this, then this one touch on the sun, moon, sun seed. This one, this finger. So this is signifying the controlled destroyed the Mara of the sun. So they got up onto, Mara, shoot 4 arrows of 4 or 5. 5 arrows of delusion. One by one, I don't remember, it was arrogance and maybe, so things like that. So for example, when the person, for example, a person to the vow, and I'm giving an example, to the vow, Gisul Galong, or come in Nan or Manga, but to the vow, then you see, very strong attachment arises. You meet a certain person, meets very strong attachment arises, and they can't control. Then, then you change your life because yesterday monk, yesterday Gelong, yesterday Gelong or Gelongma or Gesulo, yesterday, but today then change your mind. Only last 1 day, ordination. So you meet a certain person, there's strong karma from past time. So strong attachment arises. Then change. I think I heard. I'm not sure. The American professor, what's his name? So he, so and I heard, and it was, I think, very original. I don't know. After Jina was ordained, not ordained by His Holiness, but asked His Holiness to ordain, but His Holiness didn't have time, so I told him to ordain. So at Bodhicitta, the nobody staying, it was an old house. Bodhicitta, not called Bodhicitta, it's Narujukoji. So why it's called Narujukoji? Because Narupa, great Pandit Narupa's family, lineage of their family. And it's owned by Narujukoji because it's owned by the family whose generation is from, with generation, the parents, the generation is from the great Pandit Narupa, Yogi Narupa, Narupa. So that's why it's called Narujukoji. In the past, it's when I go to the shop, Melakant, or the bus stations, so they have shop, the other side, they have shop there, all the father, mother, but I think maybe, I'm sure they passed away a long time ago, so long ago, I think. So that, so Lama bought, I think students gave Janando and some students gave donations about Bodhicitta. Then afterwards called Bodhicitta. So beginning Narujukoji, so his own did not stay. His own stayed down below. They were all the paths. But Namgyal monks stayed in that. So this side big room, his own Shenbuche, my his own Shenbuche lived there for 7 years. And then the other side big room, the Namgyal monks stayed. That time they came from Missouri. So where they stayed, and came there with their sons. So that the drawer, there's a drawer in the middle, and then there's a passage. What do you call? Passage? Doorway. Oh, there's a drawer. So that used to be Namgyal monks to puja. There's small space, so one monk sit this side, this lantern, then this other one lantern. Then there, then his holiness sit down, facing down. I like that. That puja. Of course, now build a new one. Everything made new. I think except maybe found. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. So everything made new. So, it's a very blessed place. So what I'm saying, I forget. So the American professor, so I think, good. I think, I'm not sure before dinner or after dinner. Probably the very beginning, Western person ordained by his own, I think. So when to see, he met Geshe Wangyal, Mongolian Geshe Wangyal, the statue, you see. So he went to see his own in Dharamsala, so I think because he learned philosophy from Geshe Wangyal, so I think. So anyway, he was ordained. I'm not sure. So then next day came to New York. And the next day was just disrupt. He Dharamsala took vow, then came to New York. Then disrupt. Something, disrupt next day, something like that. So it was probably just one day vow. Probably, sounds like that. Maybe 2 days or maybe 1 day. So I must seems like that. So what I'm saying is, sometimes like that. You see, for example, I can say him, what is it? Buddha or something, I can judge, but so sometimes that you see, culturally, sure you're karma, but you see, you do the vows, and they're just fresh, But then you see, you're on the condition to rise strong attachment and to lose the vow. So they should the error of delusion attachment is that makes to lose the vow. Then sometimes before taking the vow, you see, you want to take vow, you want to pure life. But then, you see, when you are about to do that, then suddenly, well, you meet somebody and so on, then strong attachment arises. Then change your, then you see they shoot, the Mara Garb to shoot the error of delusion, then has attachment, then you change your mind, change your life, change your plan. So sometimes before, sometimes right after, or things like that. So it's good to know it's not just your mind. It's not just your mind. Your mind is influenced. Your mind is influenced by the Mara. They shoot a different algorithm, not they shoot at error of different delusions. You see, so happens like this. For example, here the attachment. So that this danger. You have to know your mind is not just your mind. It's your overpowered. You're controlled. You're overpowered by the Mara. So that even sometimes you want to make charity, you want to help to somebody, you want to make charity, and then you see, then suddenly so strong muzzleness comes, then you don't give. So the Mara and Indra kaza dukarabonchu. I don't know what Sanskrit garabonchu. See, they shoot I think 5 the arrow delusion. Yeah, so then strong muzzleness comes and they don't want to give. So change. All of this. So they control your mind. So they shoot the arrow delusion. Then, things like that happens. So this is an idea. This is an example. I'm giving you an example. So it's good to practice mindfulness. That you see, you think this is what you want. My mind is what, but it's wrong. It's your mind is controlled by the Mara. So ground like that. So many things like this. So this one Singapore destroyed the power of destroyed the Mara of the devil's son. So there's controlling the mind, by shooting the arrow delusion. So it doesn't happen to Buddha. It's destroyed even the power of the Mara's devil's son. The Mara, particularly the devil's son. So they also all others, the Mara of delusion, Mara of aggregate, Mara of devil's son, or other Mara of the Kasa, Lord of Death, or others, but they are particularly mentioned devil's son. Even the power of that is destroyed. Okay, so with the loving kindness, the mind is loving, immeasurable loving kindness. It says, attempting to walk with something. Then, Samjan Nalat, Tata Cheva, Tana, Masangje. By different sentences, he said, Samjan, that commentary, Samjan, Tane, and a ship. Jinso 됐다고. 됐다 잡아 되나? 뒤돌지 세상 세보 umurtawa sangyeva ino. So they come to the by different sentencing. The what was explained before, the 6 parameters, charity support, the 6 parameters. Practice like that. Practice like that 6 parameters, or then like that practice. Therefore, Satan Sebo, Satan is I think I think might be the father's name, Buddha's father's name maybe, Satan Sebo's son. So I, therefore, Satan Sebo on I, and fully enlightened. What's all something. Jawar chuvi ni ja sota meju na 오복한가 는 인제 참래 미과 내버두 단용 가와 라소 뭐베 유당 넘버 타라 소 넘버 타라 소 강라서 강게도 인제 달라 베베 이지 서버 유린 검사 어데 if there's no sentient beings, if there is no creatures, sota, if there is no creatures, like cherished, is that drives enemy, is not relative. Is a kind of close relationship. It's a friend. So if there is no creature like cherished friend from life to life. Maybe we should say, and from life to life, if there is no creature like cherished friend, then to any of the object. To any of the object, or to any of the things. And that's what you say, but not exactly. I don't think it's exactly good translation. The both Ngupo is not it's not really translated. How do you say takpa Ngupo?
Permanent thing.
The takpa and Ngupo the metaphor. Ngupo. So when you say that way, metaphor Ngupo. That you can translate as things. Generally, maybe it's okay, but metaphor Ngupo. Tunjune Bongo Sini Chara, Tunjune Bongo Sini. Well, the meaning is that which can be useful. Tunjune Bongo the full characteristic of the Ngopo is that which can be useful. Maybe the useful is which produces a result. The jimbal tenchigora, which is beneficial to produce is a result. So every second there's cause effect. So which is useful to produce is a result. So every, year, month, weeks, days, hours, minutes, seconds, there's always cause effect. But the ngopo, so the impermanent phenomena, the ngopo. So this second ngopo benefit produce next second ngopo, produce a result. So benefit in that. So yeah. So So exact translation is not, but I mean, it's okay. Things are just generalized. It doesn't specify. With not exact translation. Why? Because it doesn't specify what is permanent or not permanent. It doesn't specify by saying things. But when it's ngobu, then it is impermanent. It's impermanent. Ngobu, so it's impermanent. It's known. So that's why I'm saying it's not exact translation, but it's okay, but not. Have to take how the Jepro can translate it. How the Jepro can translate it, I didn't check. Ngobo, I don't know, how did the Jimba say it? Or he used things, or. But this is not to exact translation, then you can know, you know that it's not permanent, it's impermanent. Overcome loss. Maybe the projective phenomena.
In some of the texts it says functioning thing, or effective phenomena.
I have to think to transfer. Continue about what we're saying. I think there's maybe a productive in the phenomena, productive, produce its result. Productive phenomena, function, so I have to decide by checking functioning phenomena is better or productive phenomena. Product its own result. So I think I have to check and then which ones are more close translation. Productive phenomena. I think the more productive phenomena seems more close. So any productive phenomena, then overcome loss. Gap the ninja than chamble, ninja than chambe, ninja than chambale, ninja than chambale. Chambe migwede meaning ever do so. So never do. Chambe migwede meaning never do. They draw minjuro sang. So never can answer to any productive phenomena. Then here, the compassion and the loving kindness. What is to focus? What is to focus? If there's no mistakes in the commentary, the typing, then it's okay. Then here, on this productive phenomenon, on this productive phenomena, cup. So during this cup, dinis, during this, the compassion and loving kindness. What is focus? Chambe miba de, chambe is possible. Chambe miba de. What is focus? Miba. What is focus? So the what is focus? So that is definitely achieved. Definitely achieved. Definitely achieve what they focus. Then definitely achieve. That doesn't happen. So if you don't have a creator in life to life, if you don't have a creator, such a like cherished friend, then to what productive phenomena? To what productive phenomena? This duration, then compassion and loving kindness. What is the focus? Then what is the focus? Definitely attend that. Or definitely happen, or definitely attend that. But you see, but without the creators or what meant before, then if there is, then definitely achieve. Whether loving can convention focus, but because you don't have that, then you don't achieve. Whether loving can convention focus is a productive phenomenon where the loving can convention focus. Then you see, never do the drawing juice. So definitely, you see, it doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. Definitely doesn't happen. Yeah. So reason what I mentioned before. Never do the drawing juice. So 당용 가와 세메라 소비 당용 가와 라소. 그래서 당용 가와 세메라 소비 제두아 장저습니다. 치료도 실어서 예세 질람파모잖아. 미밤 치료 차비 왜 유카를 미니 제가 초월 주대 민주바당 넘버 타바당 장조수도 라서비 투모 남남장 항라 미국하면 강요던도 대다 주에 태면에 개발도 파버 주대 민주신 강사 강교던도 인제 깨네 신된텔 베비 이지 까지 당들려면 서버 유니브 검사 So you come to the Minjuro. So you have to understand continuation. See what was mentioned there. If you don't have creature, life to life, if you don't have creature, sota, like cherished friends, or you have to continue, you have to continue with that understanding, then makes sense. Otherwise, then can you get puzzled? Tanyan Tankawa, Tanyan the Gawala so. So the equilibrium thought, imageable equilibrium thought and imageable joyfulness, so forth. So, well, it says the sound of this. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. There's a sound of this. So the imageable, equilibrium thought, Japanese, so forth. So the image of compassion, loving kindness, there. So then Bodhicitta, 6 parameter, for drowning, dvashi, so forth. The most of the Bodhisattva's path. Other focused object, the kasure, pacified. No, specified. The not pacified, not purified, not that one. Specified, specific, that one. Specified, productive object, no be productive object. That which are focused by these thoughts, the four imageable thoughts of them. So for imageable, the 6 parameters, and for drawn, for drawn things. For drawn things or for drawn productive phenomena. So then you see, then these things get actualized. This part get actualized toward with the Minjura. So get actualized, you see, but doesn't happen, doesn't get actualized because you don't have the creators. Life to life, you don't have creators like the cherishable relatives, cherished friend. You don't have that. So then, all this, starting from imageable thoughts, 6 parameters, and for drawing the things or the production. So those most of the Bodhisattva doesn't happen, doesn't get actualized. So focus on the sentencing, focus or specified. object of a protective phenomenon. So then this Bodhisattva path is which focus on those get actualized, but it doesn't happen because you don't have the creative. A lot of life you don't have the creative that cherished, like friends. So we don't. Number tabada chanju sutton. Number to gushimre. Rua. Number to gushimre. So 4 liberations. I can't say bad today. I'm sure I heard, but I don't remember. 4 liberations. Then for 37 aids to enlightenment. So forth. Tumang lamnam jans. Kangla mibam kangatundu. Chada drive. 10 minutes the permission. Then those for the liberation number of Gushi, and then 37 aids to enlightenment and so forth, those common paths, to whom it is focused, for which purpose they attend this path. So became more special than raw path. Become more special, become more special than lesbian path. Become minor path, then become special on the lesbian path. So that doesn't happen. Become a special path, then lesbian path. You see, by possessing the actualizing Bodhicitta. See, it's all done with Bodhicitta, becomes special. Chabada Papa, the special as indulged, then let's work apart. So it doesn't become inducing. It doesn't become. Kansa kange inje jene. Kansa kange inje jene. Shenzhen tela baby yi gaje tangde lembe so yurumbu gom so yurumbu gombar gyode minjuro sa so kansa kangutundu for which feeling falling feeling falling, that should make it short. Kang sa, feeling falling. See, for whom the kang sa, feeling falling. Generative compassion. Then, with effort, to the work for the sentient beings. Then. Baby is mental effort. With the mental effort, and then maintain patience for bearing hardships for a long time. Maintain patience for a long time. They maintain the patience bearing hardships. For a long time, and that doesn't happen. Good endurance. So if you keep you see, this is what I said, if you don't create so time everything, then like, if you don't create like cherished friends, life. So you have to continue that understanding all the way through. Then it makes sense. The next story, yeah. Chikitu. Milame Shinu Tamlet, this Nagajuna's writing, Chikitu, referring to Nagajuna's teaching. Milame Shinu Tamlet. From the talk of the dream was a wish granting dream. Wish granting jewel, wish granting jewel dream. From the talk of the wish granting jewel dream, no, when I should have called the Semjan Teta Majuna. If there's no sentient being, then you can't get charity Jimbaton. For whose purpose you made the charity? If there's no sentient being, you have no opportunity to make charity. Then you can't get charity Jimbaton. So there's no, for whose purpose you make charity? So there's no purpose. Can they lujin and the million can't do it? Lujin is a sentient being. I'm not sure the way reasons why it's called physical being, because there's a formless beings and these things, and they're religion. They're religion, but so here it is religion that I don't know why body. However, sentient being, samsara sentient being. If there's no samsara sentient being, but also this also should be translated word by word. If there's no samsara sentient being, how do you do it? How you achieve the morality that subdues. Can't do it without you. How you, without sentient being, how you achieve the morality? How you achieve the morality? Subduing morality. Subduing morality. How do you achieve subduing morality from that? How do you achieve subduing morality from that? Never, so, there's no way. Never chebayane kanshi. Can get you the power sobakam. So there's no sentient being, then never chebayane kanshi. Who does mistakes? Who does mistakes? Who is the sentient being that makes mistake? Negative karma. Hangichi the power sawagam. Purpose. The hero maintained patience. So there's no sentiment, so there's no way to make practice patience. Can't you remember what Tabjichi? Switch to Dundu Tedeche. Can't you remember what Tabjichi? conscious, then innocent being, number about in order to achieve the what is desired for. So, so usually with the sentient being, so the sentient who want to achieve what is desired, what is actually desired. But it says no sentient being, so for whose purpose are you going to practice perseverance? For whose purpose are you going to practice perseverance? So there's no way to practice perseverance. It's sentient. So, if there's no sentient being, chidat chamta ninja gawatan, tanyan tara yangda tenen, samde ninja dewa tobajo. Like, by depending well, the loving kindness, compassion, joyfulness, equanimity, then you achieve the firm contemplation, the how do you translate Nyumju? Huh?
Did you say Nyumdrip?
Nyumju Dewa. You don't call Igopos, they don't say it. Nyumju Dewa.
Absorption.
Nyumju Dewa Tabajo. You achieve the happiness of the happiness. You achieve the happiness, the firm contemplation. You achieve the happiness of absorption. That's a rough translation. Taba deva ngoda ngomeshe. Taba deva ngoda ngomeshe. Kamda sunam pala nyazuju. Kuni nyamu nambar chawata. Kande tata mena chitarchi. Taba deva ngoda ngomeshe. Taba deva ngoda ngomeshe. Huh?
Are you translating absorption as the same as samadhi?
It's some money. Huh?
Are you translating firm contemplation and absorption to mean samadhi?
What's that? Money? What?
Samadhi. She said samadhi.
Samadhi. I didn't hear samadhi. Yeah, samadhi, yes. Samadhi, yes. Taba deva ngoda ngomeshe. The liberation from samsara, this liberation. So that is the knowing that knowing that's bliss, I think. Knowing that's bliss. And there is a productive phenomena or productive phenomena or non-productive phenomena. So, productive phenomena maybe the mind is solved productive phenomena, they achieve liberation. Knowing the productive phenomena and knowing no productive phenomena. Knowing that liberation is bliss and productive phenomena and no productive phenomena. So, probably the cessation of suffering, cessation of delusion, suffering, that emptiness of the mind, which achieves liberation from samsara. So that emptiness is of the mind, that is which achieves liberation. That is ngume, takpa, ngume, non-productive phenomena. The emptiness of the kasure, the mind achieves liberation. See, so yeah. The cessation of suffering, the golden, the non-productive moment, the dharve moment. Kamda sunam phala nyaduje. Kamda sunam phala nyaduje. The elements and merits phala nyaduje. So that which is in the imprint nature, that which is in the nature imprint, and then Khunu nyamon number changwa ta, total cessation of the all rising, that means delusion karma. Total cessation of the all rising, the delusion and the karma. So without a sentient being, without a sentient being, how you come to know these things? There's no way come to know these things. Chancho chodam dhimbe chonamji, gyunjin dide, simjen nam yinbe. So the cause of 37 aids to enlightenment. The cause of 37 aids to enlightenment is that the sentient beings. These sentient beings. Therefore, those who desire for enlightenment look at the sentient beings as guru. It's mentioned look at the sentient beings as guru, other teachings, it was mentioned. Other Lojong teachings. The cause of 37 aids to enlightenment sentient beings. These sentient beings, therefore, who desire to achieve enlightenment, look at the Guru, look at the sentient beings. Look at the sentient beings as Guru. Okay. Okay, stop there. Then I do the lung of the Kasure. Oh, right. Just real quick. You did the King of Prayer? Not done? Okay. No, I thought the King of Prayer for the people who died. People who died, particularly the Aragon, there are people who died. Huh? You did? Huh? Oh, okay. Well, you did some prayer. You did some prayer today. Okay. This Tadwe Buddha, I got the lung from Jebje Chong Rinpoche. This is written by Mujitama Bhatta. Easy to flow, it flows. But that other lamas, Abbot Losang, but more difficult. They want to eat there. But I've received lung by Jebje Chong Rinpoche. So I do lung of this. Now this contains not just name, but it has a description. It has a description of the Tathagata Buddha aspect, and as well as how many eons negative karma, different negative karma get purified. So it's mentioned. If you can, and then you record in the tape this one in English. They translated into English in Singapore last year. I don't know what's his name, monk. Legden translated in Singapore last time. Yes. Yeah. So I do just a long code, okay? You record in the tape, and then you play the tape while you're doing procession because you have memorized. So to be able to repeat, to be able to be together. So you do procession to be able to repeat together. So you can do that. And after some time it will come in, it should come in by your heart. If you do many times, so dependent person, so like that. So this is so powerful, unbelievable powerful, the terrible of that. Because really, the Lama Song of Life story you don't hear much Bodhisattva, so many 100,000 Bodhisattva, you don't hear much of that. So even though it's common in the fourth sect, Bodhisattva practice. So this is Lama's first initiation. They done couple. The building built by the king's Nepalese king, maybe the previous king, not the one who was killed, young one. I think it's parents, huh? Huh? So previous, I think his father was. So build this government house on the hill for astrology, king's astrology. The British style house, I think. So where we lived for many years with Jena, and lived many years. So the small room where Lama and we lived there. Lama there, then sometimes Lama comes live there. A small room, the door, the window. There. So Lama did the Vajrasattva initiation to the native John, what? Rabi, Randy, and Jan. Yeah, three of them. The first time Lama did Vajrasattva initiation to them, and they did retreat. And Vajrasattva, which is very good. They did retreat there, Nepal, while they're in Nepal. Ram's house, the Nepalese man who worked upon for many years, cooked, and Ram, the Hindu, the very strong Hindu. So there down below they make food, and so the three of them stayed above and Ram's house. So while they're doing retreat by the Sabha, downstairs they made fire. So smoke get filled up upstairs. So when they do session, the smoke goes upstairs and gets filled up. So that was the first time. So that's how the Vajrasattva in the FPMT started. And Bodhicitta is very common. After that, then Dharmasala do Korab and Kapan do. I think they maybe I'm not sure. So the many places the Bodhicitta, especially when the Lama passed away. The Lama, particularly not told me, but. Pero and Chamachuchi and Claudio and Stefano, they were taking that, but they were going to teaching Bodhicitta, the Pero Claudio. They talk for more than hours or 2 hours, or maybe 1 hour, talk, and then they go for teaching nighttime from Lama. And then asked, what do you talk? Every night, what do you talk? He's told me, they talk again, because they talk past stories over and over. So, anyway, Lama told them, also Jackie, she worked for 7 years?
7 or 6.
She worked as a secretary for Lama, served Lama. And yeah, I remember Nalanda is Lama's teachers, Lama's Lord teachers. So she didn't want to throw in the garbage because of her faith, so devotion. So So the teachers, didn't throw in the garbage. Because garbage, they didn't throw that. I remember. So anyway, so Lama said, everybody gather in one house. Everybody, all the students gather in the house and do 1 year Bodhisattva retreat. Then Lama will stay. Then Lama will stay for 1 year in meditation. In the meditation, he will stay. He told, I think, quite a few times. So then, Lama took the paralysis. Lama took the paralysis. So I called Japja Sonamita from Switzerland, Geshe center, Tabachun. So Rinpoche came, and Rinpoche did the secret, not most secret Haikava. There's a special puja. So Rinpoche did that to eliminate the powers. But also Lama asked me to do I don't have any quality, but Lama asked to do the chapter, the blessed water purified in the paw and the head. So anyway, the paralysis didn't last long. It was capped. The main thing, the Jibba Sonam came and did the Haiko Puja, Siksha Haiko Puja. Then the Lama passed away, to the aspect, and in the Los Angeles the hospital. So then I invited Jibba Sonam again from Switzerland. So Rinpoche did led all the puja, the Hiruka Bodha Mandala 7 initiation, Bhajayogini 7 initiation, and then those two things were done. I don't remember Yamata. So anyway, into Bhajapani, so anyway, that time I explained Rinpoche. So then explained Rinpoche, but maybe I'm not. Maybe not forceful or not strong enough, or I don't know, but I explained to Rinpoche said, because outside looking, the outside looking is for Tibetans not a meditator, I mean sort of they don't know much Lama, so that's one. That's another side. But of course, then, also people complain and Tibetans but you see, after Lama passed away, the geishas, many geishas came in the West to teach. So then they found out how hard it is. How hard it is to explain Dharma, to teach Dharma in the West to Western people. So then they appreciate Lama very much. Then really they appreciate very much Lama that so many in the West, centers, so many students, so many big Buddhists and following Dharma. So that they were so appreciate Lama passed away. Then that happened in the Tibetan society, like that. But Rinpoche said, because that all the, Rinpoche said, if I allow this, then people will criticize me. In Tibet, only His own Lamas, gurus, only some are kept like this. So Rinpoche said that normally you can't really ask, push. Normally not. I don't know, maybe sometimes you can do, but normally not. What, you know. Yes, this is what happened. This is what happened. And then, well, I tried to explain, but so Jagger was so worried that time, right? Right? Huh? She was the most one. She was the most was worried. Yeah. So they did the Bodhisattva. Well, you know, Kapan did try to nighttime, daytime, then or the Mahamudra Center did, I don't know, 1 year. So, things like that. I was doing a retreat in the room. It was happily, lightly, happily finished. And the Hari helped to the fire puja. So, yeah, so rain comes, the people gather for Bodhisattva session upstairs. Downstairs, the animals, the goats, they gather. When the rain comes, they go underneath it. So it's very interesting. When I look through window, the rain comes, then people gather for service, and goats gather underneath. Together. So anyway, Kasure. Yeah, so it didn't happen exactly what Lama, which is, and all the students, of course, won't be able to come. You know, you know, they job, I don't know, but won't be able to come, everything in one gomba. Won't be able to that. So like that. But people as then to Bodhisattva, or like this, yeah, so tried. At least has something. So what happened was in the hospital before the holy body. It seems the normal thing, holy body is taken away to put the eyes on something. It seems Lama didn't it, and I don't know. So it didn't, you know, what happened, the Western normal way is different, so like that. So it was taken away, and they're allowed to move to another room for some time. The early morning, the Geshe Yaltsin, because shut Los Angeles came, which is medicine for the puja and the extensive medicine. He came with the long dress that the Lama gave. So he comes to Bhajapan with the long dress the Lama gave, the morning dress, the long dress. It's like the Muslim dress, the one. But the color is not white, it's yellow or something. Yeah, so that then put in the box, and then the box was animal skin. I thought, very strange. Animal skin. The body is put in the animal skin. This is almost like Tibet. Very strange. So strange. Very strange. Animal skin box with the head. That's what I saw. I mean, I can be wrong. Maybe I'm hallucinating. Very strange. I don't know. So that's what then put the cover. So anyway, next, I think maybe next day. So went to Geshe Jaltsin Center. Then from there, I had breakfast, then I went to Bodhicitta in the Volkswagen, the wrong car. Then the Holy Body is kept inside, and Gomba, then is where the office was, and kept inside. So, which is pujas with the Rinpoche, that the Rinpoche to Jangwa, that time Rinpoche Jingwen said, Holy Body brought outside, then Rinpoche to Jangwa. That, see, from the hospital, I asked Rinpoche what to do. Then, Holy Body second, so Rinpoche said, ring the bell and then do the Bajogani prayer, they were born Pure Land. So I did that. So also this one pulled a hair here too, the one I did. That time the candle was the candle light lit on, one candle lit on. So I didn't see, but daughter had drawn and was in from the time he lives there. John said the candlelight. When I was doing prayer, the candlelight became longer, going up, so the flame became longer, went up. But anyway, I did ring the bell and asked to over the meditation. But I do that. So now the Holy Body is to bring Vajrapani on the mountain or the hill, where as soon as the blessing at the very beginning, whether it's not center, the first time blessing, consecration, that snakes came out and that one. So, so that time there's an ex-monk from Gilugu Monastery, Nate Bodhicitta, something Kachin Gyaltsis Monastery. Kachin Gyaltsis Monastery, the monks are from Tibet, near Nepal, from that. But the monastery is built by Mongolian Lama. He lives, but passed for many years in Mongolia. He lived in Mongolia. So, so the ex-monk Losang, lives in, I don't know, Los Angeles or some places. So he was the main worker, he knew how to do. So there was John and John Maker was there? You're there? Yes. You're there? The wrapping, from the eyes, then to, huh? Yes. You're there. So three of them, I think, sort of, yeah, working there. So then Losang was taking the body. So the Tibetan way, I mean, so put the legs like this, and the hands, the bell bars, and then outside is the initiation, there's a crown put there, and all this, how to keep the holy body like this. So when you bring the fireplace, so the Lamas, that is that. So he knows how to do. So what happened was when the legs, you see, when he was putting together the holy body, that time, only that time, then the Bodhicitta came out. Only that time, then the legs, hands are like not dead, soft, like normal, soft, even the left and the eyes, soft. He said. He came up, the reporter kept on him, soft, he was very fast, it was really hard. You know, even when you're dying, become so, the whole body became like tree laying down on the bed. I saw one man, one ex-monk man, because it was Terang, family names, in Balukavi, so he was all of the time I was there. I was there. So tongue became thick. Couldn't speak well. Then all the Trinpa observations are happening. So you try to speak a little well or couldn't speak clearly. The tongue is rolled. So things. So his body became like wood, on the bed like wood, log of wood like that, so hard. Even before he died, completely dead. They stopped and all that. So I was there sitting on bed and then my hand on the head and something. So Lama's very soft. So Lotang said very soft. He was very fast. And then after that, Bodhicitta came out. So then he told the Gypsum, he told Gypsum, terrible smell. He says, Bodhicitta, the sperm came out. He said, he's about to So he was very surprised because he was supposed to pass away before. It's supposed to be. But is it believed that but actually not passed away. Lama's meditation. Lama's meditation, you see. Meditation. So this is what happened. Only then that time, Buddhists came out, that time the Lama, the conscience left, you see. So like that. Like that. And then holy bodies put it inside, and then I have to stick some letters around on the text, you see. Then, yeah. So when the fire started, I think it's white. So white is means the person who died will be born in the high realm. So it's at least like that. Yeah. So not large, so white. So it's not kind of black or blue or thick, kind of heavy, not like that. You see? Or light or white, kind of smoke. So Rinpoche looked the smoke. When the smoke came, Rinpoche was pleased. He was, oh, Lama. Lama Simba was. He seems who actually had part. Lama Simba. I think it's Tangtri part, particularly. I think Tangtri part. Who Lama Simba means who actualized part, who cast part, who actualized part, Tangtri part. So Rinpoche was happy, pleased by looking at the smoke. So like that. That's much it was. Which was please face. That, yeah. So that. Okay. I don't know why I brought this. So yeah. So I wrote chapter from Austria. Why Lama Tsongkhap's life story, Tat Prabhupada, even though Bodhisattva is very common. So Tipji Taimala Rinpoche said, said a little bit like my asked question and the answer was like he received order from King of Sabota. Rinpoche said he received order from King of Sabota. And like that, Rinpoche replied back here. So Rinpoche said, if you do Tattva Buddha well, even you do one time, but if you do well, even one time you do well, means the four immediate powers, all those what is said there, you also, think like that, you see. So if you do well, then it purifies Tamenga, the killed father, mother, arahata, caused blood Buddha, this is even among the sanghas. The Tamenga is very heavy, not the heaviest. Heaviest is Nilkamut Guru. So the other very heavy Karma. So this, if you committed in this life, then if you do Tattipa Buddha even one time well, then it is able to purify. Even the 5 heavy negative karma without break. So the other negative karmas are lighter, so they wait. This is the heavy one. So immediately you get reborn in Nyawa Narme, the inexhaustible hell realm, then you suffer for one intermediate eon. That's the length of life. One intermediate, even this world ends. If your karma is not finished, you get another universe hell realm. This number 8, the heaviest hell realm, heaviest suffering, longest time. So that one. So until your karma finished, so like that. Rinpoche said, even you do one time Theta Buddha, well, it has that benefit. So, Rinpoche said, so Lama Tsongkhapa did 700,000 procession. I think. Among the Tibetans, there would a lot I think maybe there's some student, I think, I don't know, but 7, many processions. But anyway, 700,000 processions with Theta Buddha. So after that, rainfalls of realization happened after that. So this, since the Lupa, Lambda lineage Lamas, Theta Buddha got so important. Puja Chango Rinpoche, that's procession, the 1,000 processions, and then the Lambda lineage and this the near lineage and so the Lama Bodhicitta is 100 or some even the old age aspect. Things that's all. Anyway, so Giluba, the Lama Tsongkhapa lineage, or the Giluba, the Lamas, Lambda lineage Lamas, that regard the therapy that's second session, which was impasse aspect, and Rinpoche, when he was Buddha, second chance, not that he was already bad. Because tomorrow, next day, the long life puja, our long life puja tradition, the early times. That time we did 8 aspect science, something we don't have, so it's printed on the paper and hanged the paper on the pots and then over tradition. Like that we did. So sorry. What did I say? What?
Rinpoche was telling us about devolution, she said.
So in the room, so Rongla Puja, probably maybe tomorrow. I don't know. So I have to read the mandala explanation. So I want to ask Rinpoche to write, to make the mandala, the explanation. So Rinpoche, this was about 11 o'clock, I'm not sure that. So Rinpoche would go to bed this side. Second Dajjal was older in bed. He was older bed and he has a hand like this. And the belt on, notched on then like that, and then the settlement was doing prostration, but chicken was shunned up, and then just the inside one, it was doing prostration. That, so yes, very much emphasize sort of like 100 or that's a kind of everyday sort of maybe more than that. So yeah. So the the first one, Buddha's name, Kawa Chewa Geti, I added here from Kanjur. What I saw from Kanjur, I added there. And the Lambda, normal, I say, says 40,000 units, but that's the Lambda. But in the Kanjur, it says 8 billion. So this 10 million eons, 10 million eons, like that 100. Like that 100, and like that 80,000. Kawa Chewa Jata Geti Digba Jongs. They will come and get purified. So, 1 million eons, like that 100. Then like that 80,000 times. What is it? I don't know how much the 80, huh? 8 so 10 million eons, like that 100 times, like that 80 times. The Kanjuru. So unbelievable. That's how much niggas can get very bad start one time. Lama Tomo Banjo so the different niggas so many events purified were just named one time. And Tejicha went up a chatter, prostrated to glorified flower, the Buddha 100 million, 100 eons of negative karma is purified. So, yeah, that's unbelievable. So, this. So, if you record this in the triple quote and then play, then repeat and that. Because otherwise, if you don't recite, if you still like this, like mouth is strict by, by thread in the and then you don't get benefit. Only you get the benefit if you did process in the Buddha, then it purifies all that. But all this unbelievable benefit, say like this, then you don't get any benefit. So, like somebody throw to your mouth like that, you see, then you don't get any benefit. So I told many times, yeah. The only one person to read, and the rest keep quiet. Oh, that's wrong. That's totally wrong in the past. Everybody should recite some time. Yeah, so okay, so I read the room with this, okay? Then I think about sentence to each check the room, okay? Yeah, Tawashaba, Tawarishaba, Bodhicitta. Tawarishaba, Snutong, Java Ganga, Java Shuso. Namagora Benzogoya, Sigito, Jason, Gawa Java, Jetty Diva, Gawa Java, Jara, Jetty Diva, Message de Kanjuaja, Dentista Gadola, Chado, Logo, Tangin Dodges, Namagaba, Jetty Diva, John, the Jetta, Nangini, Tonson, and Washington. I did Nimba, Jola, Jata, Gutagabo, Dodges, Nima, Namagaba, Tontan, and Chacho, and Jim, about. Master John Gudanga Malajan, Namakaba, Deva John, the Janser, Javishing about Javala Chatel. Kudaseba, Buddha, Namanga, Deva Malajan, the John, the Power, and Singing. Mitukuda Pada, Kudamata, Nimabama, Deva Malajan, the John, the Gawatan, singing about Bajala. Kudama Beji Namakiting, Deva John, the Jan, Junawatan, the singing about Saturday, Jamala, Dolokuda Gavin, Namakaba, the John, the singing about Jibia, Mazin, Jutavala, Kuda, Jango, Nama, Pawagota, the Bajon, the Jan, the singing about Jibia, Chatawa, the Hela, Kuda, and Jadawana. Matusaman Deva John, the Jatan, the singing about Sundan, Jutawala, Kuda, Katani, Melana, Patusaman Deva John, the Jan, Jutawa, singing about. Taught him to the Kudakaba, Tanya Bandana, the Dutebe, the Bunda, the about the me, Japan, the Guda, Matapamani, Manama, the I the Jita, the Devajan, such a debatana, and about the men, the Tawala, the Talaguda, the Tawaniman, Kavati, the Devajan, the Shalan, maybe about Jamatame, Jadolo. Kudama to the Devajan, the Tamama, Yamatu, Kudaba to the Melana Matan, the Devajan, the Jala, the Vecin about the Lata, the Kudama, Matuna, Polo, 17. The Chudawatting is about the Nipatavazala, the Kudama, the Taban, the Kudama, not the kitchen about. The Tisnamala, the Gudama, Namatu, the Sibe, the singing about singing the Kudaba, Senu, Jana, children, they were to the singing about Jenda, the Gudanga, the legend, they were to the Ojudebatana sing about the Gunya, the long to the Permetic, the Gavati, the Wetu, the Tabatana sing about the Tunama, a child. Kudasabamanda Namakava, but you never to the Jalaman, the teaching about Lamia, the look at the Gaba, Namakaba, and take back to the jail, Salatam, singing about some words in the Kodama Manimana, Gava, the get back to the jail, Lotabama, the singing about FPMT, and Kodama singing the general was they went to the jail, no, you sing about the kitchen, no, Kudasava Buddha, Linamali, the Vamala, and the Savat, the singing about the Namala, the Janga to the Tanganyama, and the Mamma singing. And then Yamama and just amazing, a bunch of Tamajun and dollars, the 7 to the kitchen, Namata, they went to General was having about. Amata Jandala to the Kudakava, Jayasela, to take back to the Jay, to Robert, Nation about Nambarata, Kudonamata, Renamanga, they were to the Jay, making about relation. Kodakava, Son catches the Atama, they were to the Jay, they making about Namana, Lata, Kuda 7 Nimarama, Kuda 7 Nimar, Janama to the they were to the Jay, no occupation, Kudana. Kudama, but it's a Bamana, the Java to the jail, the Java, Naja, Bar, Zeman, Najuda, Kudama, Tangana, and then you bet about the jail, Santo, this, but we have to Najuda, the ticket to the liquid about Jesus, Medo, Daratando, so. Now I did, you see, the Lamas, the tradition. They added also medicine Buddha. 8 means in the Buddha, but Buddha is already there, begins so same medicine Buddha. Okay, I added there and so on. Oh, the name. Oh, the Java Jama, the Java Java, the Java Jama, the Remember all the Jama Capacity, Java Java, the Java Jama, the Java Java, the Java Jama, the Java Java, the Java Jama, the Oh, then is the power of depend reliance. The Nigrama to with the Sanga to purify by taking which is the Nigrama to with the sentiment, purify general Buddha. And then maintaining the power of regretfulness and the useful regretfulness, repentance. And in the West, maybe in the West generally, anything repentance might be bad, might think like that, but it's not. Even emotions, I said, that's useless, harmful emotion, that's usual emotion. The devotions, you see? So that devotion with the Guru Dhamma Sangha. So the repentance, regretfulness as useless, harmful, that's also useful, that can cause enlightenment. So this, shortcomings, negative karma, cause. So the regret, so then it purifies so much, and stronger it is, it purifies more. So then that's one power remedy. It's the most important one. So that then I want the Nimbo or Gundujev tops the power of always enjoying. I think the reciting prayer, like by Samadra reciting the prayers, it's visualizing. Then at the end, to not commit again. So the Bodhisattva over here, but to not commit again. So if you make vow to not commit again, everything that is true. So it is not, I didn't see in the commentary, but it's the Lama's advice. So once I can abstain from, I will abstain from up to enlightenment, you see. But once are so difficult ones, and then I will abstain from them 1 day, 1 hour, minute, like that. Even for few, those extremely difficult ones, even for few seconds. So this way, there's more truth. There's more truth what you're saying. So that it's not exact like that, but that I met, but the general the advice from Lindsay Lam. So this makes better to not bring lie. So then, yeah. That's all. So finish. Yeah, this. Oh, then dear. Oh, John Joseph, then did all the 3 times the glory about the 3 times the glory about the sentiment of the Buddha's. John Joseph, Rimbo, Moja, one, Jabon, Yambo, boy, Konya Gondo, Singan de Beda de Wamalajan Jada Sewa de Jazui Shabas de Bado de George Tonya Ninja Sundu Jevela Jeja Sante Kanjendra Chana Bemo Dene Jazo La Soa Deso Shende Londro Visualize Lama Tonga, we guided Lama Tonga, we know that I'm never separate from people, my brother. Zara Gonda Jawa Tonga, Taja Shenyang, the Jave, Abela, Zatani, Gajet, Dayan, Dawa, Majo, Metra, Namda, Tame, Chandan, De La Jazz, Japan, the Jagaranya, Naju, the Losa, Javet, and these are the Buddhas, and that which do not exist from its one side, which is totally empty from its one side. I who totally do not exist from its own side, totally empty from its own side. And lead all the sentient beings who do not exist from its own side. And to lead to the Buddhahood, which do not exist from its own side. Totally complete, from empty from its own side. By myself alone, who do not exist from its own side, who is totally empty from its own side. Daman Bavajita Jamada Gunda Zambati and the Jinda Gundi Jetundalo Jinkevadita Adongo to the Jebe Jawatan Jinkawakala to Tangava in the Gavitavati Samo Jajara Dungo Jujava Tonga to the Namaba Kijama Jiwata Tunjamal Tawara Jo Tata Singh to Santa Devetonia. All Santa Tamba Rempa Joys. Some down that is the Samantha Bazaar, Namana Javala, Tola, Tanjamasa, Guna Samala, Tola, Tadomas, the Abadan, Zom, Druza, Megazota, Thomas, the Abadan, Druza, Megazota, Thomas, the Abadan, Zom, Druza, Megazota, Thomas, the Abadan. Om Dra Zamagazota, Thomas Abans, Om Dra Zamagazota, Thomas Abans, Om Dra Zamagazota, Thomas Abans, Om Dra Zamagazo. Mejosa Java Jala Tanda Loa Mabedama Dagala Santa Thank you very much. Good morning.
You uphold the subdued moral way, who serve as a bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunat's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers, honoring the three sublime ones. Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long.
The liberation, I said four draws of liberation, but it's not the Gosum, 3 draws of liberation. Not the Gosum. I said 4 draws and 3 draws liberation. And then the cause, the phenomena, productive phenomena, cause is empty and the results empty and itself is empty. So 3 draws.